football. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Taco Charlton able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they're on the board now. It's 15-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Hooper. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From midfield now, Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid. But
he's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the Bears who pick up the victory at home. Zach Wilson, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners as they defeat the...
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Looking deep for Hilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford rolling to his right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. Stafford. And they're going to get this up to midfield. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake it at Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And quickly they get to the line. 3rd and 2, Stafford. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He gets it left side to Johnson. He's got room at the 30. Still going. Touchdown, Vikings. Deontay Johnson, 53 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. The point after is good. And this is back to an 8-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And some space here. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Burrow will throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Jerry Hughes able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing again, it's Burrow. This one swung out here to Jones. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings! Aaron Jones, 36 yards. And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Burrow. That's caught. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now Stafford. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary. Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions, and then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Burrow. Pass caught by Crowder. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they will take a knee here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Stafford. Buying time to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, the pass interference called on the previous play, that set him up nicely for that 1-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, they were able to capitalize from a yard out. Plenty of barking from the sideline about the call, naturally so. But maybe you have to quit barking a little bit and focus on the next play. Their focus wasn't there, and they gave up the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. To throw, Burrow. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Burrow. Pass caught by Hooper. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Able to find Judy. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now Burrow. That's Hooper on the receiving end yet again. He's got room at the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Throwing, Burrow. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the Packers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Packers, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charlie.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something about Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cold. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle to Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time travel as supplies, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn up the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting strong. Tonight I hunt the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the stars way over the ocean. I live in the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, they close my neck, shine in the light. I can make an earthquake nervous. I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and so I'm a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue. I make the pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and see to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible. Impossible.
He never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like this, grown up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on Ps4. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Green Bay Packers taking on Zach Wilson and the Chicago Bears.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Team as we enter play. From the 31, Wilson. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 16 carries, 110 yards in the score. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Now it's Wilson. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. He's going to go deep for Beasley. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, Stafford. Dancing to his left. Thomas brings it in. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Out to his left. Catch here, left side.